light workers, earth angels. Welcome to another episode. Today we will be talking about getting messages from spirit as to where you are on your path and what you need to do next. So I have all of these decks out here because these are the decks that I want to use to dive really deep into what it is that Spirit is trying to tell you. So we're going to start off with the Light Workers Oracle. How have you guys been? I'm going to sage first. Let's do that first. Clear out the energy. So tomorrow we will be full effect of Mercury retrograde. Spirit guides, divine counsel, ancestors. We invite you here with us in this space. Remove all negativity and energies that don't belong here, and give us the clarity to receive your messages. Blessed be. Okay. So, nose is getting stopped up for some reason. So, some of you guys may have maybe ascending, and you have ascension symptoms of like stuffiness, aches and pains. What else? Fatigue, nausea, dizziness. Okay. Just drink plenty of water, get some rest, and it'll balance out. Okay. It's just how your body adjusts to, how should I say, the upgrade of energy that you're facing, that you're going through. Okay, so, yep, we have earth healing. I don't know if you guys can see that. I gotta get a better camera. And then we have spiritual decree. And it looks like spiritual decree talks about like the levels, like the degrees of spirituality. Karmic clearing and messages in the numbers. So they want you to pay attention to the signs, like 1111, 369. I use 369 a lot. I use that as manifestation. I keep saying I'm going to put that on the community board, and I'm going to do that today to teach you guys. Nikola Tesla used that to manifest. Okay, guess that's it. At the bottom of the deck, Dark Angel. Okay, I'm going to read that one. Only because I work with Santa Muerta a lot, and she is a dark angel, but she also is a protector. She's the keeper of souls, so she's like the Grim Reaper that we all hear about. It says the dark mystery is one that helps us learn that even if things don't seem to be working out according to the timing or the methods that we believe necessary, the light and love of spirit are unfailing. If a door is closed in your face, it is the wrong door for you. Divine love will ensure that the right door opens at the right time. When you encounter darkness, how you respond can make either the dark or the light victorious. You can choose doubt and fear, or you can force the darkness to serve the light by choosing trust and faith. You are spiritually advanced enough to trust unconditionally. That is the trust that burns bright not only when things appear good, but even when your mind thinks things seem to be heading in the wrong direction. Does unconditional trust mean that you give up if things get tough, assuming it's not meant to be? Of course not. Relying on unconditional trust and understanding the dark mystery, you are willing to go through periods of not knowing. You are willing to continue on your path even when you are not seeing immediate results, because in your heart you know it's right. This type of trust is powerful enough to release any separation between you and the universe. You know that even when the universe guides you into challenging territory, you shall benefit, grow in divine power, and become the amazing being you are destined to be. Praying to the beautiful dark angel and writing, drawing, dancing your feelings, or dialoguing with your dream images, you can work through the pain of a challenging time and grow in wisdom. What matters is that you honestly express the depth of your suffering. Then, when you are ready, acknowledge that the experience has helped you grow. As we realize how we have grown through the experience, turning what was once a source of pain into spiritual light, we masterfully transform our deepest pain into our greatest growth and spiritual accomplishment. We become true spiritual alchemists, releasing light from darkness. So that's what it means when people say, you might hear some tarot readers say that you are alchemists. You know how to turn a positive into a negative, okay? Which meaning you know how to turn a bad situation into something good. You're not in that victim mentality of saying, woe is me. You're like, okay, so I lost my job. Okay, all right. So you look at the brighter side. This is when you turn lemons into, what is that saying? When you take lemons and you make lemonade. Okay, so you take a bad situation and you make it good. So just because you lost your job, it's not the end of the world. You find something else to do. Okay, you're going to use that time to do something different. I don't know if I explained that right. So like you're going through a bad time, and you do something different. You go through a bad time, instead of you doting on, okay, I lost my job. Okay, so now I'm going to do something creative. I'm going to start sewing and sell my clothing online. You see that? You just took a different avenue, did something different. It's not the end of the world. So, okay, so that door closed. This one is going to open. Spirit is going to make a way for me to make money regardless of what I do. Okay? Let's see. As you learn to put more faith in love than in fear, your trust becomes increasingly unconditional, and you find the light even through the dark. In this way, you become initiated in the mystery of the dark angel. Then you can show others that this is possible. You can help heal others from victim consciousness, and show them that inner peace is possible, even when they are facing the unpredictable twists and turns of life. if you have been going through a difficult time or struggling to heal a issue, the dark angel promises that even through the depths of the despair, you shall find the light. In your own time, you will rise again into trust, restored faith, and hope. All will be well. Okay. And then this book gives you an invocation, but we're not going to go through all of that because everybody, this is like a spell. And everybody, I don't do this because a spell is nothing but a prayer. So you can pray and talk to divine and ask them for what it is that you want, how you want it done. I think that these are good as a guide if you don't know, but I just leave that up to you guys. Okay, so that was the card at the bottom of the deck. So the first one is Earth Healing. Earth Healing. I know it's a lot of light in here. Any other time it's raining in Washington, but not today. It's bright and sunny. Not complaining though, because I know winter's coming. So, okay, Earth Healing. I won't read all of this because in this book, every card is lengthy. It's like 1 to 2 pages long. So I'm not going to waste you guys' time because I want to go through these other decks here. And it just basically, let's see, it says you are making a real contribution to the planet through your spiritual journey. Remember this and believe that your needs will be generously met by the earth and the universe. What you are doing matters and you will be supported. So basically, if you're worried about your finances or your health or whatever, because you're doing spiritual work of helping the earth heal, you will be supported. Your bills will be paid, your rent will be paid, your car note will be paid, you'll have food to eat. Whatever it is that you need as necessary means to survive, you will have that. You just have to have faith and trust. You will have that. Spirit has your back during this time because you're going out doing the work. You're doing spiritual work. Long as you keep on that path of doing spiritual work, don't worry about your bills. Don't worry about anything. God will make a way. Okay? But you have to be in that mindset. And we are God. So our higher self. So we only have just a piece of our higher self that reincarnates. The rest of our soul that reincarnates with us. So the rest of our soul is our higher self, and that's our guide. That's what guides us through, keeps us on the right path. Okay, that's that thought that you have. When you have thoughts, that's your higher self talking to you. When you have aha moments, that's your higher self talking to you. Okay, and when you do that, it is telling you that you manifest through your higher self, which is the God in you, the God consciousness in you, Christ consciousness in you. And when you tap into that, then, and you believe it and you feel it, then that vibration is sent out to the universe, and that's what helps manifest what it is that you want done. Okay? That's how magic works. It's not the twinkle of your nose or, lighting a paper, writing something down, lighting a paper, putting all these herbs and oils. No, that's not it. Those are just chemical reactions to help amplify what it is that you need. But really all you need is just your thoughts, your speech, and your action. That's it. That's all you need. The earth recognizes you. She sees you as, I can't see hardly anything between the light behind me. That's a glare in the camera. And my glasses that need to be cleaned. Yeah, there. And there was light. Okay. The earth recognizes you. She sees you as a conduit through which she is fed higher frequencies of light, love, and divine presence. This assists her on the journey of her own evolution. Earth is an exceptionally beautiful, empowered divine being in her own right. Yet she, like every other being, benefits from the assistance of higher frequencies, which offer a loving hand to help raise her vibration and continue her evolution. You are here to have your spiritual life journey in a human body. Part of that process will involve sharing your light with the earth itself. This may see you take on the role of a healer, a guide, a mentor, or teacher to others on the path. It may see you doing work with the natural world, which with various earth-centered causes such as conservation and animal welfare, organic and biodynamic farming, and ethical food production. It may involve an active prayer life that is ongoing through your day, praying for assistance, compassion, clearing, and blessing when you see an accident on the road, an animal or person who seems to be suffering, or an item on the news that you know needs light and healing. From the most obvious gestures to the more subtle, the oracle tells you that you are powerful enough to make a meaningful contribution to the quality of consciousness upon Earth. Earth asks you to do your work with quiet confidence and dedication. She gives thanks for all you have done and acknowledges her love for you. She will support you in your work by providing material means for you whilst you are here on this planet. These include financial support, housing, food, human and animal relationships. You will also provide guidance for your progress, opportunities to grow and expand your field of influence, education, and training opportunities, the means to take advantage of them, and the chance to apply what you have learned in a real context. The more you devote yourself to your task of earth healing, the more the earth will support you in fulfilling your inspired goals. If you have been wondering if the spiritual work you are doing is making a contribution, take this oracle as a validation that it is. What you are doing matters. Yes, you are going to expand and grow in the work you are doing and the impact that you have in the world. Because you are capable of that, but you are already helping in ways that you may not realize, but the earth and spiritual worlds do. You have loved the earth enough to take human form and do your work here. She knows it, and she will reward you richly for it. Keep working, shining, and growing, dear one. Your presence here is so needed and honored. I guess I did read the whole thing. Just when I got into this, I just couldn't stop because it's like it went into so much detail as to what I was talking about. Okay, that you will be supported. Long as you keep doing the spiritual work, you'll be supported. Okay, everything that you need and want will be provided for you. Now, spiritual decree. That's this card here. Spiritual decree. This one talks about you have been wondering what will happen next in your life, not realizing how much power you have to decide that for yourself. What do you wish to have happen next? Are you willing to use your divine birthright of free will, voice, and empowerment to set the cosmic wheels in motion? If your answer is yes, then it is time to speak your truth to the universe. Decree it, and it shall be it. Basically, ask it, and it shall be done. Okay? So I'm just going to paraphrase this. It says that basically you ask for something, like you pray, however you pray. No prayer is wrong, okay, when asking for something. The only thing the universe responds to is not saying, can I have, or I want, or please provide, or something like that. You have to claim it. That's the only trick to this, is that say like you need food, okay, your food's getting low. Thank you for the food that you have provided for me and my family. You claim it. It's already here. Okay? May not be here physically, but spiritually, it's there. It's already there. Okay? Now, how that shows up is not your control. You set the wheels in motion, but it's not your control how it shows up. So if you need food, you don't have money, okay, you may get some money out of the blue. Somebody might pay you some money that they owe you. Somebody might give you a gift. Somebody might buy you food. You may be able to go to the food bank and get food. You may be able to get food stamps. You never know, okay? If you're working, you may get opportunity to make some overtime to get money for food. There's a number of ways that these things can happen. Once you set the intention, how it arrives to you is not your concern, not your problem. Don't worry about it. Just know that it's coming. Stop wondering when it's going to come. When you start wondering when is this going to come, you're not doing nothing but pushing it back further. Pushing it back further. I put in for this promotion. When are they going to give it to me? And then you keep hounding human resources. Well, did it go through yet? Did you got any word on it? You're not doing nothing but delaying it. It's going to show up when it needs to show up. It's going to show up when, just in the right time. Not your timing, but the time that it needs to. Your timing and when the divine timing happens is two different things. Okay? Your timing does not matter, by the way. Just to let you know that. It says, this part I will read. It says, when this oracle cards come to you, it is time to speak your truth. What does your heart truly yearn for? Focus on it and say it aloud. Don't be afraid to speak your dreams, desires, wishes, and fantasies. Sometimes it is only in the daring to speak them aloud that we really understand what we want. This can be a terrifying, liberating, exciting, and life-changing moment. It is the moment that we grow into a spiritual adult, becoming willing to take responsibility for our own life journey. Will you speak your heart truths now? Feel your words moving the energy from deep within, transforming your truth into sound and realizing it as intent into the universe. Don't worry about finding the perfect words. Just speak freely from your heart. Give yourself permission to express your deepest desires, then let go and trust. Okay? Now, I'm going to go to karmic clearing. So basically, you guys are clearing out karmic debt. Some of you have already cleared out your karmic debt, and you're going to be rewarded for clearing out that debt. But the card says, this is the card here. Okay. So the card says, you are fast outgrowing a level of consciousness. See, I told you guys, I'll probably get an upgrade. Okay. You're ascending. And this is why you're having those symptoms. Like when I first started the video, my nose felt stuffy. Okay. You guys are getting ascension symptoms. You are fast outgrowing a level of consciousness in which are attached particular wounds. Wait a minute. You are fast outgrowing a level of consciousness to which are attached particular wounds, issues, and struggles. As you outgrow that consciousness, these issues will reduce their grip on you. You are receiving divine notice that karmic clearing is taking place through a combination of your own efforts and spiritual grace from the heart of the divine. It is time for an old wound to be released once and for all. So whatever you guys are struggling with, jealousy, a lack mindset, fear, you guys are coming out of that. You're putting that aside. You're leaving it behind. You're leaving it in the past. Okay? Even though we're in Mercury retrograde right now, and that is bringing things back up from the past, you'll get messages from past people that you've known, people that just come out of the woodwork, out of the blue, old boyfriends, girlfriends, friends, lovers, whatever, comes back, want to say hi, just thinking about you. No, you weren't really, but you know, it's retrograde. Okay, so you may get some of that. Okay, you may start to reminisce about things you've done in the past, you know, as a child or whatever. Some people may go visit old places that maybe where they grew up or something like that. You know, it's just things coming back from the past as a reminder. You know, Mercury retrograde makes you pop your head in and say hello, you know. But, you know, you don't have to accept everything from the past. You know, you just let that go and keep moving along. So you just you just have things coming back from the past or whatever, but you leave it there, you acknowledge it, you know, and you just leave it right there. Perfect example, today is one of my ex's birthday, and so we left off on a bad note, but he doesn't know that I have no animosity in my heart. I've moved on. I'm with somebody else. I'm very happy, you know, and I just wanted to say happy birthday. So I told him, I texted him this morning. I said, happy birthday. He texted back, thank you. I said, you're welcome. Now we're going to leave it at that. There's no need for any more conversation. Okay? I'm not opening a door for you to step through and now we're going to continue where we left off at. No, 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 no. You made your choice. Because you did what you did, I did what I did, and I'm happy with my decision of what I did. And I want to stay right where I am. Okay? So, that's what this talks about. Karma is not punishment, is what it says. Karma is essentially our soul's lesson plan for this lifetime, carried over from past lifetimes. It is the way we grow and develop as a soul, sometimes through challenges and sometimes through blessings. Our positive karma is seen in the skills and talents that we have mastered over many lifetimes. Also, when opportunities flow easily and healing happens swiftly, there is a sense of positive karma and easy grace that effortlessly takes place in your life. This is what happens when we are clear enough of our own past pain to have little resistance between us and the natural flow of life. Just because somebody hurt you, don't take it personally. They're actually doing their job. They're doing exactly what they came here to do. It's up to you to learn from it. Okay? If you learn from it, you know that you know your worth and you don't have to accept that. So you get away from it and you move on. You don't lash out at them. Be like, okay, I see what you did there. Yeah, okay. Thank you for the opportunity and the lesson. You have a beautiful day. And move on. That's it. That's it. Don't be mad. That's it. Now, if somebody's trying to physically hurt you, you do have the right to protect yourself. But after that, just let it go. Move on. Okay? Says the stronger the soul, the more challenging the lesson. It is willing to master this lifetime. As with any education, the higher the level of training, the more demanding the work. So as you learn the lesson, when you learn the lesson, you ascend to a higher level. So it's like as you go through school, each grade you go through, the higher the grade, the tougher it is. So let's take math for instance. In elementary school, you learned about basic math, arithmetic, right? Well, you get into middle school, now you've been introduced to pre-algebra and algebra. You get into high school, oh, well, now you've got trigonometry, statistics, calculus, you know. You get into college, now you've got physics. And now the algebra is way more advanced than it was in high school. You see how that goes? So every time you progress to the next level of grade, that's an ascension. You've ascended. You've learned that lesson. You've ascended. Okay? Unless I'm a Gen X baby. So I'm talking about when I was in school. These kids now, they're getting no child left behind. So it's like whether you learn the lesson or not, you get an ascension. Which is really bad because even though you're ascending and you haven't learned the lesson, you're not going to survive at that level. Once you put out there to do the work, you can't handle it. You're starting to crumble. You're starting to have anxiety. You can't handle it. You can't handle life. You can't handle the things that God throws out there at you. Okay? Because you haven't learned the lesson. You haven't done the work. You haven't done the shadow work, the inner child work. You haven't you if you're learning a financial lesson, okay, which is what I'm going through right now. So I'm still learning my lesson. If let's just say that the universe has that no child left behind. No soul left behind. Okay? Let's do that. No soul left behind. You don't have to do the work. We're just going to upgrade you. We're just going to send you, okay? So once you ascend, then they say, okay, you've learned this lesson. Even though you haven't, because you haven't done the work, it's just no soul left behind. We're not going to leave anybody behind. You're going to go on to the new earth, like with everybody else. Okay. So because you haven't learned this lesson and you get thrown with a financial situation on how to budget, or if you're trying to start up a company, how are you going to manage your finances? How are you going to manage your finances on a day-to-day? If you haven't learned this lesson. So once you thrown a curveball, you crumble. You don't know what you're going to do. You start to panic. I'm not going to have the money for this. I'm not going to have the money for that. Oh my God, what am I supposed to do about this? And I have this coming, and I've got to do this, and I don't have enough clients coming through the door, and I've got to get my rent paid, and then my house no pay. It's that type of thing. These kids are not learning the lessons that they need to go through school in order to advance to the next grade, and they're just advancing them. They're passing them to the next grade. And then when they go out to get a job, they don't know how to do the job. They're not prepared for the job. How are you going to sell somebody something and you don't know basic math? You have to use a calculator for everything. You can't calculate up in your head really fast. Okay? That's what I was trying to say in a long-winded sentence. Okay? So, let's see what else it says. Sometimes the more painful a struggle has been, the more difficult it can be to release that pain and associated memories or scars. The spiritual worlds know you are in need of divine intervention to help clear a pattern that was once painfully lodged in your body, mind, and soul. Enough of the struggle. Divine love now offers healing and freedom. We clear karma by learning to trust and relax, by choosing not to punish ourselves with shame, guilt, fear, or worry, unworthiness, by continuing to balance our efforts with a surrender into divine grace. We take responsibility for our own healing, doing all that we can, and trusting that the universe will lovingly and effectively handle everything else so that we can progress and succeed. So it's like saying, okay, so like when you were children, you didn't worry about how the bills were going to get paid, food, eat. You just know that every time you flick on a light, that light comes on. You had heat in the house. You had, every time you went to a refrigerator or the cupboard, there was food there. That's all you knew. You don't know how it got there. You know that mom went to the grocery store and she got food. That's all you know. You don't know what she had to do to get it. Nor did you care, because you're a child and that's what's supposed to be there. And if it wasn't there, you told her, Mom, we're out of such and such. Next day it'd be there. Something like that. So basically, that's how the divine wants you to be. Don't worry of the way you clear out karma is don't worry. As long as you do your healing, don't worry about how the rest of it is going to get done. Just know that you'll be protected. Your bills will be paid. Everything you need to survive will be there for you. If you're doing counseling and a car is detrimental to you, you need a car to get around to do this counseling. You're going to get the car. You're going to get a car, and that car is going to be dependable. It's not going to break down on you. Okay? If you have been struggling with a long-term issue, this oracle card comes as a particular sign that the universe wants to step in and assist you. Repeat the invocation below for at least 6 days and nights. Invite this healing blessing of karmic clearing through love into your life now. And again, I'm not going to say that, okay, because everybody prays in their own way. And then we got messages in the numbers. And this basically talks about, this card basically talks about signs and synchronicities, like you see 1111, 333, 222, 444, 555, that type thing. So the universe is speaking to you through numbers from 1111 on your phone to the repeating numbers patterns that catch your eye. Information is being transmitted from the creative universal intelligence into your cellular awareness. You may feel energetic healing as you receive these transmissions of number frequencies. Okay? Numbers are energetic medicine. They are particular frequencies in a universal language of love that helps heal and guide you. There are no negative numbers. 777 is not a negative number. I had a license plate when I lived in Michigan. And at that time, I was a pharmacy technician in the hospital. When you do pharmacy, you have to, when you pull the bottle off the shelf, you have to put that NDC number, that's a national database number for a medicine that each manufacturer has to have, okay? You put that number into the system, into the computer, and it always starts with NDC. And usually those numbers start with NDC 777, okay, or something like that. So my license plate number was NCD 777. And when my aunt saw that plate, she said, "How were you lucky enough to get all those sevens on that car?" So I don't know. I just went and picked up the plate. This is what they gave me. I didn't know anything about number sequences at that time, But I never had a problem with that car. And every time something tried to go up against me or whatever, it just worked out. And I transferred that plate from car to about 3 cars. I transferred that plate. So, which numbers do you notice more often at this time? Healing vibrations of numbers are working for you, for your soul now. The frequency of the number 1 is about beginnings, taking the initiative, believing in yourself, and accepting a leadership role in which you step ahead of the curve, beyond the consciousness of those around you to guide the human race forward into love. The frequency of 2 brings healing and partnership and allows you to be helped by others, particularly in relationships. Whether business or personal, the 2 indicates more can be gained by working with another. Frequency of 3 indicates a time to learn, write, teach, or develop new ideas. I just seen 333 yesterday. And right now the time is 12:30. Okay. So, indicates a time, okay. Collaborate with others and create win-win situations. It is also the number stamp of the Ascended Masters, affirming their connection with you. I don't know what that was. The frequency of 4 brings angelic healing, divine order, and an influx of energy into the physical plane. It's a get things done energy, which can help you materialize desires. More than 1 in 4 in a row means the angels are speaking to you. 444, 4444. Okay. Call upon their loving assistance to help you manifest your divine destiny. The frequency of 5 announces change and acceleration. An issue is resolving. Transformation is happening through divine alchemy. If you see a 5, let go. Allow what is happening to happen. Trust in the goodness behind all unfolding in your life. The frequency of 6 is love, money, beauty, and abundance. Many people are afraid of the 6 vibration, 666. Okay, that's what I meant by not an evil number, not 777. 777 is considered to be lucky. And like I said, when I had that license plate, nothing, it was like I was protected. Nothing happened. And 666 is to believe to be the devil's stamp. Whatever. Anyway. Many people are afraid of the 6 vibration, especially multiple 6s, which some teach are a sign of evil. There are no negative numbers. However, the 6 is a sign of material abundance and healing of prosperity, love, and romance. The frequency of 7 indicates healing ability, channeling of spiritual wisdom, and the sage or teacher. It is a sign to accept what makes you unique and to balance your social life with restorative solitude. If you have asked about your life mission, the 7 indicates it. At least in part, self-healing and very likely to the healing of others too. The frequency of 8 asks you to step up into leadership that is not apart from others, but amongst them. Others may look to you as a role model or authority figure. Accept this with humility and remember to encourage others to find their own power. Okay, pay attention to this one. The frequency of 9 is a highly spiritual energy indicating blessings, compassion, and ending of a life cycle or ending of a cycle. It comes when resolution of unfinished business is taking place so a new cycle can begin in due course. It also indicates the Christ consciousness and can be a message from any master that resonates with that energy, reminding you to trust your heart and ask for love to bless and assist you. When I see that number, Archangel Metatron comes to me and assists me in whatever it is that I need. And his number is actually 999. That is a healing frequency from him. The frequency of 0 is a divine wild card. It amplifies the energy of the other numbers and places a divine stamp behind it. 10. Okay? Any significant number accompanied by a 0 is a message direct from the universe. It is the divine saying, I am sharing something true and special with you. Take note, for I am with you. Okay? So, we are, that almost took an hour. So let's do the next one. Angels of Light Oracle. Let's see what we get. Spirit, what messages do you have for starseeds, earth angels, light workers? So we just have 3. We have the Angel of Grief. So you might be going through grief, healing, prosperity, and fidelity. So let's see what the first one is. The Angel of Grief. The affirmation to this is, I claim my right to my life now as I release my grief with love and compassion. And this talks about taking back your life, acknowledging the loss of what has been lost, having gratitude for what has been. Okay? So basically what I see the theme of this reading is that it is coincides with Mercury retrograde, of things coming back from the past, acknowledging them, saying thank you for the lesson, and leaving it in the past. We're not pulling things from the past and say, let's do this again. No, we're leaving it in the past and we're saying thank you, and just leave it there. Honoring the power of love to unite us. Patiently allowing grief to dissipate. Okay? So what this card means is that it brings solace and comfort to those who mourn loss and suffer bereavement. It allows us to feel our pain so we don't suppress our feelings, and creates a separation between our emotions and our mind. When we have experienced our loss clearly and felt our grief fully, we are free to move on, creating a life that works for us and offers the promise of fulfillment. When we block the experience of grief, we close the doors to spiritual assistance, and the angels we have only limited access to help us. And the angels will only have limited access to help us. They will be at a loss to fully support us in our honor of grief. Our job is to stay open, experience our feelings, and be grateful. The divine never gives us more pain than we can take. Trust the angel of grief to support you and ease your suffering. So if you're suffering right now, embrace it. Cry, ask for protection, ask for the comfort, you know. And like I said, I work with Santa Marta, and sometimes when I'm feeling pain, I'm at a loss for something, or I'm just feeling bad, I go sit and I talk to her and I cry. You know, I cry or whatever. And sometimes when I'm feeling sad and I'm trying to go to sleep and my mind is like taking control or whatever, I just ask her to come stay with me, come hold me. And I can feel her presence, and next thing you know, I'm drifted off to sleep. You know? The next one is Angel of Prosperity. That's why I went to do that other one first, because it's lengthy. Those cards are long, but they're thorough. Angel of Prosperity. The affirmation for that one is, I am prosperous, and my life is abundant. Prospering and thriving by doing what you love. Enjoying success, living an abundant life, rich in love, peace, health, and happiness. Being grateful and appreciative for all you have. So prosperity is about being grateful, having gratitude, even for the small things. And this card talks about, we call on the angel of prosperity to assist us in reevaluating our lives and showing us the benefit of our blessings. If we measure prosperity by an external number that quantifies our existence, we lose the joy of realizing that the gift of prosperity is in appreciating what we have. As we build on our gratitude, we allow more good to flow to us. It comes at every moment and from all directions. Okay, 39. Angel of Fidelity. This card, the affirmation is, I am loyal to all who I share love with. Okay? So, if you're with someone and that person is cheating, or you feel that person's not loyal to you, it doesn't have to be loyal to you in love. It could be loyal to you on your job, a loyal friendship. If that friend or coworker or whoever it is you feel is not loyal to you, first of all, get away from them. Second of all, let them continue not to be loyal. Long as you're loyal, that's all that matters. Because once again, they could be living out their karma. Okay? So this talks about loyalty, faithfulness, commitment. Also being committed to something that you like doing. Okay? Performance. Honoring goodness is a word. No, I mean, honoring goodness in word and action. Dismissing glamour and enthrallment. Being loyal to one's beliefs and what brings lasting love. It says, develop honor about your ability to be faithful. Know it keeps you anchored on a spiritual path and commits you to do the right thing. Fidelity embraces the good in us and is based on respect for others. Calling on the angel of fidelity helps us maintain our integrity, remaining loyal to what we believe to be right, and accepting temptation without succumbing to its enthrallment. This builds the spirit and allows you to be counted on all times, counted in times of peril and trouble. Fidelity is honorable and noble. It requires mature wisdom to know its value. Okay? All right. So, got the messages from the angels. Then you got messages from your higher self through the light workers. Now we're gonna go through. I want to go through star seeds. Okay. So I'm thinking that was for all of you, but some of these decks I feel speak directly to one particular. I don't know how to call you guys. One particular sect, I want to say. So like I feel that the light workers oracle speaks to the light workers, starseed speaks to the starseeds, angels of light speaks to all of us, and I think the star temple talks to the earth angels. But you know, it's for all of us. Spirit guides, divine counsel, ancestors. What messages do you have for us today? What messages do you have for us today? And these messages aren't just for you guys. These are for me too. Okay, they resonate with me too. But I have to keep doing these readings to keep us on the right path. We're all battling these issues every day. And by us working, doing the divine mission as a collective, raising the vibration of the planet, we're faced with more challenges than anybody else. Okay? And it's like we're being attacked every second from all different directions. First card is the Star Keeper. Second card is Star Bathing. That's how we're going to take it. At the bottom of the deck, you got Love. Hardarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. Whoa, let me read that one. This one says, the Hadarians are believed to be beacons of pure divine unconditional love and see love in all people and situations. As a result, they can find it hard to have boundaries. Interdependent, healthy relationships because they only see the unconditional nature of those they meet. The lovers of the cosmos, they dive in fast. They're here to learn how to love while in a separate body, to learn to love self first and then establish healthy relationships with others, to remember that the love they seek is already within them. That they truly do have the love all on their own. The message of this card is to review the ways you may need to establish healthier boundaries. Perhaps you're in a codependent relationship to which you may be losing your sense of self. It's common for starseeds to dive deep into relationships, particularly with those who feel safe and familiar at a soul level. Perhaps you're in a relationship in which you give more than you receive, or perhaps there's a certain vitality to it, and you're always unsure where you stand. This card is a sign to do a relationship review and see what energetic agreements you've made, consciously or unconsciously. To acknowledge if there are relationships in which you feel anxious or powerless, in which you don't feel like it's safe to relax and just be you. To assess, is there any places of inadequacy that you've used in a relationship to soothe or cover up? And it says the Starseed Soul Inquiry is, do you lose yourself in relationships? If so, how? How can you develop a deeper love for yourself? Okay. So some of you may be too codependent on a person or a situation. This could be jobs, friends, lovers, you know. So the other cards that came out are Surrender to the Sweetness, Child of the Cosmos, The Great Severing, and Jump In. Okay, so we're going to do Starkeeper first. Cosmic Ancestor, see the light by staying grounded. Starkeeper says, you're an ancient keeper of the stars, here to anchor and see your light in your unique way. You've likely been incarnated on Earth for some time, dedicated to an era of awakening and bringing about a long-awaited shift in the planet's evolution. We're at a tipping point now. The survival of the Earth and all its species is coming to a head. The more grounded you remain during this transitional period, the more helpful you'll be. The more you tend to be the flames of your own heart, the more love you'll anchor onto this planet. This wisdom of the stars is imprinted in your soul. The more soul fragments you call home, the more this wisdom is seated here. You may be called to be in different places in the world to anchor this light, perhaps by taking a trip or living in a certain location. You may also find yourself experiencing awakening symptoms. The more grounded you remain, the more stable Earth's energy will become and the less reactive humanity will be. You're here for a double mission, to grow as an individual and as part of a larger collective that's bringing about a shift in frequency. Trust that you can be in the world but not of it, and lead a truly glorious life. Okay? So this card talks about being grounded and how you're on a double mission to to grow as an individual, or learn to become an individual, and also using your powers and gift to shift the world. Okay. But you have to do your healing. We constantly have to heal, constantly have to keep our heart open. As some of you guys know, that I did travel nursing. I would, before I take an assignment, because we had a choice of where we wanted to go. Okay, what state we wanted to go to. I would do cards on which state I was to go to and what was my mission. What was I going there for? What was my purpose of going there? And that's how I pick my assignments. So I resonate fully with this card when it says you may be called to different places, whether taking a trip to a certain location. So at one point, and it still is that now, we may be called to go to a certain place to open up a portal. When you open up portals, it's just basically your physical beings of being there. It's not like you're going to go open up a door or put in number sequences or something like that. No. It's basically your footprint. You know that poem, Footprints in the Sand? Yeah, it's your footprint. carbon copy. Just your energetic presence opens up a portal. Now, what portals we're opening, I have no idea. I have no idea. I just trust in the divine and I go there. Sometimes, oh, I want to take a trip to the Bahamas or whatever. Why you think you want to take a trip to the Bahamas? You think you want to lay on the beach and drink Mai Tais or something like that? You know? Or just go party and hang out? No, that's not it. You need to go to open up a portal. In the meantime, yeah, you're having fun. Oh, yes. And while you're there, let's go take this excursion. Oh, girl, let's go shopping. Let's do this. Let's do that. Really? You want to go zip lining? I bet you do. You want to go open up that portal. That's what you want to do. The next one, star bathing. Says light body crystal grid transmission activation. Says the stars are constantly showering emanations onto the crystalline grid of the earth. When things are in balance, the planet also sends information back up to the stars. Many star seeds have come to earth at this time to help shift the planet vibrationally, to activate the ancient codes of wisdom that humanity has forgotten, and all of that information is stored in the crystalline grid. If you pull this card, you may be being called to begin working with the stars and the crystalline grid of the earth. Some people believe that the crystalline grid of the earth anchors divine cosmic frequencies onto the planet. You may be guided to journey to particular places on earth to unlock these cosmic codes with your presence. I just said that. You may be also interested in the practice called star bathing. Download a star bathing meditation. You guys can go on Google or something. This card commonly arises because you're here to connect with the crystalline grid of the earth, either in your hometown or by traveling to another place, without quite knowing why. It also can mean that your light body is being activated. If this resonates, take things extra slow in order to integrate this change of vibration. So that's probably why you guys are having ascension symptoms too, or awakening systems, is because you guys are go. You have to rest and drink plenty of water. Okay? And I'm going to do a video on showing you guys how, well, I don't need to show you guys how to do alkaline water. You just take some water, okay, and you put fruit in it. It's alkaline. That's it. You guys don't have to go out and buy all of this high water that they just basically just put in a bottle. Surrender to the sweetness is the next card, okay? Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. This is a sensual, highly feminine card. It's a call to surrender to the sweetness of life, to let the ever-abundant feminine take over. Basically, it's telling you to be in that queen of be in the empress energy, okay, of being a receiver and a giver, okay? That's the empress energy. She receives. To taste the fruits you've been working so hard to grow. To let your senses take over and really drink in your life with wonder. To get intoxicated on the simple bounty that this planet has to offer, and which you have within you when your well is full. The ancient Babylonians connected the feminine goddess Ishtar to the planet Venus. And in Roman mythology, Venus was the goddess of love and beauty. In our night sky, aside from the moon, Venus shines the brightest. Time is our most precious resource and it's the greatest healer. If you've been all work and no play, this is a sign to take some time out to reconnect with your lover, play with your children, and give yourself the luxury of time without an agenda. Many of us are so busy building our lives that we forget to enjoy them. We forget why we decided to build them in the first place. Disconnection from the sweetness causes more pain than we realize. So many of us walk into sadness, into soulless buildings 5 days a week in the name of survival. Mercury retrograde is very real, guys. We strive to build the life of our dreams, but drive ourselves to exhaustion. This card is wooing you back to the pleasures of being human, to focusing on what really matters and enjoying your incredible life. So they want you to get out in nature. They want you to play. They want you to see the wonders of awe. You know, take some time out for yourself. Okay. You've to enjoy the fruits of your labor, to enjoy the things that you've worked so hard to build. Okay. Child of the cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. There is a mysterious force that governs all of life, an intelligence that tells flowers when to bloom, the tides and seasons when to come and go. That intelligence is within you too. It was there before you drew your first breath, and it will be there well beyond your last. It's the part of you that informed every cell what to do when you were in your mother's womb. It's harder to resist this force than it is to surrender to it, because Earth is a planet of polarity and free will. It's easy to forget that this intelligence exists within us. So we often become disconnected from the pulse of life and fall into the pattern of believing that we're separate or feeling that we need to go it alone. We can feel isolated, as if we needed to figure things out for ourselves, to rely on our own strength. You're being called to remember the intelligence that's within each and every one of your cells, to remember that you're a precious child of a loving, gentle universe, that you have access to all of the intelligence, wisdom, strength, flow, and qualities there ever were, or are, or will be. And to remember that if flowers know exactly when and how to bloom, then you do too. Okay. And it says, how can you surrender more deeply and to the intelligent flow of life? So you just have to tap into your cosmic clock, is what they just told me. It's called a cosmic clock. That cosmic clock is within your soul, and it tells you when to do things. It tells you when to write a book. Okay? It's that get up and go type of energy. So it tells you I need to start this YouTube channel. Okay? I need to quit this job. Even though you quit this job, you don't know how you're gonna eat. You don't know what's gonna happen next. Only thing is that you know that you need to do this. That's your cosmic clock. And to have faith that you are being protected. that you will have everything that you want and everything that you need. The Great Severing. Now, you know this card talks about cutting things loose. Anything being severed, you're cutting it loose. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. This is a shadow card, one that may feel confrontational. Don't be afraid. It's here to bring to the surface anything that stands in the way of letting love in. The warring planet of Mars is our constant reminder that it's important to soften, forgive, and find our way back to love. Yeah, you may get a little angry at times. Okay? But you need to acknowledge that. Why are you angry? How can you resolve this peacefully? And then as you do that, the anger will subside. You'll start to think more logically and not so emotional. Okay? There are many things in the human experience that make it difficult for our heart and soul to stay open to the never-ending source of love. We're all wounded, and our unconscious wounds inflict wounds on others. It can feel like a never-ending dance we can never escape. If we aren't careful, before long we'll see the world as a scary, dangerous place where fear and anxiety roam free. If this card surfaces, it could be for two reasons. First, for you to acknowledge the difficult emotions, situations, conflicts, wounds, and fears that are causing you pain and anxiety. And second, for you to find your way back to love. When you're hurt, it's normal to close off your heart to the world, to let the painful experience confirm the agony of separation in earthly life. Soften and find your way back to love anyway. When fear, anxiety, and paranoia paralyze you, it's normal to want to hide away from others and the world. Come out of your cave and soften your heart anyway. We're all innocent children spinning our way around the world. Find a way to see the innocence in all people, especially yourself. Okay? So this is cutting ties to things and people that no longer serve you, and to heal yourself so that you can bring back the love in your heart, to forgive people, and that when you forgive people, that will open up your heart. That's why the forgiveness is for you and not nobody else. It's to keep your heart chakra open, okay? And then constantly do the grounding work. Then the last card is Jump In. This talks about taking a leap of faith. Andromedan energy. Adventure, say yes to change. This is accepting change, taking that leap of faith. I don't know how I'm going to get this done. I'm just going to do it. That's that leap of faith. Blinded faith. Andromeda is a spiral galaxy, the closest galaxy to the Milky Way. It's believed that Andromedan starseeds are a group of beings who love their freedom. Is that where I come from? Aquarius. Anyway. Very adaptable. Okay, so that's not Aquarius because we don't like change. But anyway, very adaptable. They have a strong willingness and ability to change and go with the flow. I'm thinking that sounds more like a Sag. And we just entered Sag season, okay, about 4 days ago. To find calm in the chaos, to swim with the tides. This card is here to encourage you to do the same. Perhaps you have a significant goal or opportunity ahead of you. If so, you're being guided to jump in. Don't wait for permission. Don't stall until your feet ready, until you feel ready. Take a deep breath, good a good old run up, and jump right on in. Life bends for the courageous, and courageous is what you're being called to be. You're already facing the right direction. The only thing to do is leap. You'll figure out the details as you go along. Things may not always be smooth sailing. Life on earth rarely is. However, it's the rougher seas that teach us how to sail with glory. And once you know that, you can navigate the sea, ocean, and storm. Ooh, preach. The Andromedans want you to fall in love with surfing the waves of life, to seek more adventures, to embrace your own adaptability, and find a way to be calm in the chaos. You didn't come to earth to be passive. You came to earth to truly live. Now take a good run up and leap. Oh, I like that. I like that. Oh, that's the last card. Yes. Jump right in. Take that leap of faith. Okay? Take that leap of faith. You've already learned the lessons, and this is basically saying because you learned the life lessons and you've healed, you are a survivor. You are a survivor. You can survive anything. Coming from Detroit, we have this saying: if you're from any part of the Midwest, New York and Chicago, well, Chicago is the Midwest, and New York, you are a strong survivor. You can survive. You can go anywhere and make a living. Nothing will ever come to you or harm you in any kind of way. Okay, so we're going to do one last one. So I thought that I would have to do shadow work, but I'm going to leave that for another day. And I think I did do a shadow work video already. But anyway, I don't think I need to do that. I think this is just messages on, I think it's just basically the same messages that I keep getting out from these different decks, that you guys came here to heal. What you guys, basically it's saying what you guys came here to do, what you're here to do now is heal, and don't worry about how things are going to get done on a mundane basis. Just keep going, keep doing what you're doing. You're protected. You'll have everything that you need. Don't worry about nothing. Don't worry. Don't worry. Just know that it's done. Just tell Spirit what it is that you need. Basically, if you're in the office and you tell your boss, in order to get this task done, I need this, I need that, and I need this. Or if you're on a building project, you know that you got to order these supplies to get whatever it is that you need done, right? So you put in the order. So put the order into the divine and tell what it is that you need. Tell your higher self what you need. What is it that you need? Okay. You want me to go out and to do these spiritual retreats? Okay, well, I need the finances to do it. To get the venue, I need the venue. Okay? I need the website, I need the webinar, to call these people in. So, this is you telling the divine what it is that you need. I like this card, visionary. Some of you are visionaries. Well, We're all visionaries because we wouldn't be doing this work if we weren't, you know. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, you got the moon star, the moonstone star, passion. I am entering a portal of euphoric love. Let's see, what does this card say? The moonstone star. It is about sensuality, expression, and freedom. The moonstone star signifies the synergy of the sacral chakra and the magical essence of the moonstone crystal. I got a moonstone somewhere. Moonstone looks something like polished selenite. It's cloudy like that, okay? But it also has like some hues in it, like pastels or whatever. Just under the navel, the orange colored sacral chakra is a potent pleasure zone. When combined with the opalescent moonstone, this chakra unlocks portals of love. This co-creative collaboration amplifies sensual expression, personal power, and self-love. It opens up powerful pathways to euphoric love. A tantalizing new relationship or a fresh start with an existing one is pending. The moonstone star encourages you to embrace this new beginning. Okay. So some of you may be, this may be a new relationship, okay? Or maybe you're finding newness within you, you know, self-love within you. And it could be for something that you're loving to do. Maybe you used to like to do this before, but now you're finding, reconnecting with that on a soul level, to pick it back up, and you're falling in love with it all over again. Okay, so the first one is the Jade Star, surrender. I am ready to let go with compassion. So they want you to surrender to the divine, surrender to your thoughts, surrender to what is. Okay? No, relinquish and closure. Those are the words. No, relinquish, and closure. The Jade Star represents the union of the heart chakra and the imperial jade jewel. This energetic vortex and crystal alliance is a match made in heaven. It is where love in all its glistening facets is felt most deeply. Jade is a precious stone that amplifies unconditional love, empathy, and opulence. The psychic sense associated with the heart is clairsentience, which is psychic feeling. It's like psychic feeling is like it's what empaths have. Okay, you can feel out a situation, you can feel a person, it's not having a knowing, but you feel it. Your emotions change. You know, you may walk into a room or whatever, and you feel hurt, because you can feel somebody's hurting here, and you can feel their pain. Through intentional surrender, feeling, and the power of love, deep healing is made possible. The Jade Star helps you connect to heart unity through the energetic portal of love. The next one is the Visionary. I like that one. Awake. With an intuitive perspective, I see the bigger picture. words are aware, revelation, and expansion. You are the visionary. Awake to your intuitive perception. You have the power and potential to see the higher perspective. The visionary guides you to step into your intuitive to step into wait a minute. You have the power and the potential to see the higher perspective. The visionary guides you to step into your intuitive light with love and insight for self-awareness and expansion. You are a peacemaker that inspires unity, oneness, and higher consciousness. You have the gift of inner vision and intuitive foresight. With this power, you look forward and can see your goals materializing in front of your very eyes. Dream extravagantly, as your vision will manifest with courageous intent. The next one, destiny, diamond star. I focus on service and follow my higher purpose. Purify, amplify, and commit. The diamond star sustains commitment, devotion, love, and abundance. As a neutral amplifier of energy, the diamond is a precious stone that enhances purity, clarity, and commitment. It provides a clear link between the crown chakra and the divine, thus heightening claircognizance, which is psychic knowing. So you have the feeling and the knowing. Okay? The diamond star cleanses the aura of anything that conceals a person's inner light, allowing their soul to shine out into the world. The diamond supports you to unveil your soul's aspirations and magnify your spiritual awareness. Then the last one is the ancient grandmother, the teacher. I am the teacher that leads with self-knowledge. Teach, lead, inner wisdom. You've got this. Everything you need to know is already inside you. Life has taught you to back yourself. Having confidence and believing in yourself will give you the aptitude to lead yourself in the right direction and offer sound guidance to others. Maya, the eldest sister of the Pleiades and ancient grandmother, supports you in gaining new insights and understandings through your intuitive channels and turning your knowledge into wisdom. Your empathic leadership gently nurtures others to grow and evolve. So basically, this whole reading is about doing your healing and keeping your heart chakra open and having trust and faith in the divine, okay, and in yourself, because the divine is within you. There's no person sitting there, that you can call on. It's you. You are the one to call on. You are the one to trust. Okay? You are the one to put the vibrations of positivity and what you need and want in your life out into the ethers in order for it to manifest. Okay? So that went an hour and a half. Wow. All right. So I will see you guys later and keep your vibrations high. Oh, I want to do one card of the rose, which talks about your heart chakra, and then we're going to go. I'm just going to pull one card to end it off with love. Spirit, can I have one card for love? Here we go. The thorn. Protection, boundaries, and clear communication. The rose is the queen of all flowers. Her soft and often fragrant bloom takes our breath away from near and far, a bridge between heaven and earth. She has the capacity to act as a portal to our true selves and call our soul more fully into your body. She leaves us in awe, allowing us to experience heaven on earth for a precious moment. But the rose is not all gentle and soft. In fact, most roses are armored with spiky thorns and prickles of various shapes and sizes. These sharp protectors act like knights defending their queen, clearly setting the necessary boundary and conditions for her to do what she was born to do. We too are like the rose. So often we don't get taught how important clear communication and loving boundaries are to our relationships. When we're not clear on our needs, when we don't communicate with them, when we don't take responsibility for them, it's impossible for others to give us what we need. This often results in a breakdown in the relationship. Communicating our needs and establishing our boundaries allows not just us to feel safe, but those we're in a relationship with to feel safe too. This card delivers the message of the importance of clear communication, boundaries, and taking responsibility for our needs. To be clear with others, we must first be clear with ourselves and then communicate this to our loved ones and the world. So it says, what loving boundaries are you being called to establish? How are you being called to communicate clearly to those you're in a relationship with? Okay. So you guys got to set healthy boundaries. Make your needs known. That is how you protect yourself. That is your armor, because you are the rose. And setting healthy boundaries and communicating those and enforcing those boundaries is your thorn. That is your protection. That's all the protection that you need. When they violate those boundaries, then you disassociate yourself. Okay? All right, guys. So I'll talk to you soon. Keep your vibrations high and keep up the good work. You got this. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye.